you're gonna fail. That's just kind of like inevitable. Boop, 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 doop. Diarrhea. I don't have to taste fish at all to be a chef. Don't really like it. Say hi.
It was at this moment.
Should I do the little cucumber jacks? Like, look, mom, I made seaweed. Vegan sushi? Make it. What's up? I'm Sarah, and I'm going to be making Sarah's Vegan Kitchen Spicy Crab California Rolls. If you haven't heard of Sarah's Vegan Kitchen, go check it out. I will put her stuff in the description. It's delicious. If you're not checking her out, I don't know. Anyway, yeah, we're gonna be making the insides. We're prepping this because we want the flavors to all simmer and incorporate and be delicious by the time we're able to eat it this evening. So I'm gonna go cut some tofu. I just used kitchen scissors, cut the vacuum seal, just get all that juice out. Now we throw it away because we don't want to leave messes all over the kitchen. And you might have, as we're getting started here, you might have 3 questions for me. 1, why do I have saltines on the counter? My stomach sucks. Yes, this is a spicy crab California roll. Sometimes we can handle the spicy, but oftentimes my belly's like blah, 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 blah. And then I eat saltines and I feel better. No idea why, couldn't tell you. Saltines, I eat a lot of you, so whoever makes saltines, hit me up. I grew up as a picky eater. But thanks, shout out to all my friends who basically, we cooked so much in college and all the food always looked really good. And so it kind of made me try things and it was delicious. And now I cook all sorts of stuff and it's also delicious rather than just eating macaroni and cheese, which honestly could be a sign that I just didn't like meat as a young kid. Anyway, I'm getting off topic. Yeah, saltines. Eat saltines. They're delicious. Question 2, why am I dressed like this? The fit. Yeah, maybe not the most traditional cooking outfit you've ever seen, but I'm busy. I got things to go do. I'm going climbing after this. If you've never been climbing before, you should also check that out. I thought I was always gonna be scared of heights, and I tried climbing and I loved it. And it also made me feel better about failure because in climbing, you're gonna fail. That's just kind of inevitable. If you can't accept failing, then you can't climb, which sucks because climbing is super fun and super rewarding. I don't know, changed a lot of my mental stuff. So yeah, I'm going climbing. Also, looks like Kim Possible. Boop, 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 boop. Oh, yeah. Who doesn't want to look like Kim Possible? Feel like a badass. So yeah, that's the fit. We're going climbing after we make this. And my cat's freaking out in the back. Maybe we'll show her at some point. Bless Big Bull, I'm slapping that shit all in here. So yeah, the first thing we do be doing is just shredding the tofu so it gets that nice texture. As you might be able to see, I can't really tell. Maybe if I move all this stuff.
2 hours later.
There's a pile. You guys can't see that. There's a pile of tofu here. And then, that's fine. I'm not one. Fun fact, I've shredded my fingers multiple times on freeform shredders. It's not a fun time. Some people are like, it's fine. My partner is totally okay with getting his finger shredded. And that scares me. So I take my time with shredders. And sometimes when you shred things like tofu, it kind of ends up like this. But that's okay because you get the crumbles and it's kind of the same texture. It's all going the same place. It's all gonna get kind of mix it all together anyway. So it's not a huge deal. One fun thing you'll be able to see today, although I guess I'm only chopping green onions, so that's kind of nuts, is how slow I am at chopping things. There's so many times when I watch cooking YouTube videos and they're like, oh, do this in 30 minutes. That sounds awesome. And then I do that recipe and an hour and a half later I'm done and I'm like, what the hell? And it's mostly because I'm slow. I'm so slow because I'm scared of knives. I don't know if anyone's not scared of knives, but I'm scared of knives. As with the shredder, I don't really like chopping my fingies. So we just take it slow, kind of don't really use a good technique, and then we get it done when it gets done. I find that okay. Sometimes it's annoying because it makes things a lot longer, but my fingers are all still here. And I only have like one really weird, icky instant, which I like, you know, you get that feeling when you like think about an injury that you had and you just go like, that's the shredder thing. Because it's like, I touched one of the things. Don't worry about it. No! Don't collapse too far. All right, this bitch done. Yeet! Now we take all this shredded goodness and put it into the bowl too. Honestly too, if you've never had tofu, trying it like this is just such an approachable way because it just gives you that good texture. If you didn't like fish at all, this gives you like a really nice intro to sushi, being like, hey, it's not super fishy or anything. It just tastes delicious. Eating tofu like this is just like a really good intro. But you also, if you haven't tried tofu, go try it. And don't try it from like a restaurant. To be honest with you, there have been very few places. Oh God, hold on. Gotta rinse this. There are very few restaurants. Oh, need a knife. Very few restaurants, I think, have done an amazing job at making tofu. Like usually, gotta wash these onions. Wash the onions, because we don't want diarrhea.
5 minutes later.
Many months later.
2,000 years later.
Okay, this is kind of nuts. I'm like shook by this. Look how nice these look. These are like a week old. It's because I cut the little tippy off. See like the little tippy? Little roots? Oh my God, what was I talking about? Oh yeah, tofu. Tofu at restaurants. Whenever I go to Thai restaurants and I get like a yellow tofu. Nope, not a yellow tofu. Yellow curry with tofu. The cook on it is just like, there's usually nothing or even seasoning. It's just kind of like they unpackage the tofu, threw that shit in there, and you're just kind of eating a plain block of like a weird textured thing. And that's super off-putting, especially like if it's the first time you're trying tofu. So don't let that be the first time you're trying tofu. And if that was your first time trying tofu, try cooking at home. Try finding recipes that like show you how to air fry it or like increase the surface area, turning it into little chunks. Good recommendation for those who don't like tofu. I love tofu at this point. Used to, I feel like, probably not like tofu very much, but now we're here, and now we love it, and now we're chopping green onions to put into the shredded tofu. Oh, another thing I didn't used to like as a kid. Maybe still don't like that much. Like, if I were to eat, like, raw green onion on a salad, I don't know if I'd be, like, super happy about it. Like, it's just kind of, my problem with it is that it just kind of takes over whatever you're eating, right? Like, it no longer is like, oh, I'm eating this salad. It's like, oh, I'm just tasting green onion. And it's like, I don't know, not my journey. But when it's mixed in with stuff, adds some really good flavor.
About time, Benny. My clothes are going out of style.
But yeah, this is very exciting. It's my very first cooking video. It's exciting because, fun fact, after watching Ratatouille, I was so determined. I'm like, I want to be a chef. That looks like it rules. And then like some adults were like, dude, if you're a chef, you have to eat fish and you don't like fish. And I was like, well, okay, that dream is dead. But little do I know that that is a very limited view on what a chef is. Because now, I mean, I know it wasn't as popular back in the 2010s or whatever, But like now there are vegan restaurants all over the place. Fine dining with vegan food options. Like I don't have to taste fish at all to be a chef. And that's kind of like the energy that I'm infusing into the things that I'm going to share with y'all. But even so, like I've seen the bear at this point. I know that I wouldn't be a chef. I can't cut fast. I'm not ready to possibly get stabbed in a kitchen or get burned. Like, I'm a chill cooker. Maybe even a slow cooker, if you will, even though I've never used one. But like, we take our time. We make cooking something to be like therapeutic, chill. I can't live with that crazy intense energy if I'm trying to make something cool. Definitely can't be a chef anymore. That's 100% true. The area that I'm in, it's just very kind of a one-note area. It's not a lot of variation. Vegan sushi, not anywhere close. You gotta go to LA or San Francisco for that. And vegan sushi is delicious. Also something, if you've never tried, highly recommend. Or you can just make it yourself. And it's probably way cheaper. Although I don't remember how much the vegan sushi I've eaten costed, so I actually don't even know fully how much this is. But it's relatively cheap because like green onions are like max 99 cents. This tofu is I either get from Sprouts or Trader Joe's, and it's like max $3.99. And then the shredded carrots, which you can shred yourself, which might save you some money, or you can just get the shredded ones that I get from Trader Joe's, these dudes, and just slap them in there. And it's like pretty cheap. I feel like the vegan mayonnaise might be the only thing that's like the most expensive. And I'm bummed. I hope these two mix okay. One's soy-free and one's not. I don't care about being soy-free. Like, I drink soy milk every day. I have no idea if these are gonna mix well. I have no idea if there's any taste difference. They have the same amount of calories. The only difference is that this one has a little bit more sodium, I guess. Yeah, the only difference is that one uses soy protein, one uses pea protein. Literally everything else is exactly the same though. Seems pretty promising to me. We got the green onion, we got the tofu. Okay, 2 tablespoons shredded carrot. We do half a cup of mayonnaise, which I forgot to get the knife for. Beep boop beep, beep boop beep, beep. Okay, which one do I want to do first? Carrot or mayo? Guess carrot. We're gonna go in alphabetical order. Get that bitch open. Fun fact, mayo, also not something I enjoyed as a kid. Still don't really like it. I just think it's like the texture for me in a sandwich is like not okay. I'm like, what are you doing? If it's like a very little amount and it's only supplying moisture, that's okay with me. That's okay. I can do it in something like this, where it's kind of masked by the sriracha, by the green onion, by all these other flavors. Technically it's supposed to be 2 tablespoons, but I don't think 2 tablespoons is enough, so I'm just gonna keep going until I think there's enough. Seems good enough to me. I don't know. Mayo just not my thing. Like, it just kind of smells weird to me. Get out of here, teaspoon. We'll use you later. Man, there are just so many things I didn't like as a kid. I also didn't like beans. My first, like, willingly eaten... Actually, it wasn't even that willingly. It was just kind of like, it was the only thing that was there, so I ate it. 6th grade science camp. They were giving out bean and cheese burritos for lunch as we were leaving to go back to school. And I was like, oh my God, I'm so hungry, because like we did a hike or something. I don't know. You know, kids run around. We're running around like crazy. And I'm like, oh my God, I need food. So I took this bean and cheese burrito, like ate into it. Like I hyped myself up so hard to eat that crap. And I ate it and I was like, hold on. Are they cooking? Are beans good? Are people right? Maybe also I didn't like beans because, you know, people are like, oh, beans make you fart and farting is gross. Even though farting is objectively hilarious. And yes, I am 26. turning 27 in like 2 months, and you cannot convince me otherwise that farts aren't funny. Sorry. Sorry, not sorry. I just didn't like beans. Now I love beans, especially black beans. Oh, black beans and garbanzo beans. Just beautiful dudes. Go check out the Plant Slant on YouTube or Leo on TikTok. His videos are awesome. He inspires me to eat more beans. I tried there was a video that he posted about from Face Fresh, also a great food content person. Check her stuff out. She posted something about butter beans with like tomatoes and like a creamy sauce, and I was like, I need to do butter beans now. And so I did butter beans last weekend. And y'all, if you're cooking dried beans, because I cannot find canned butter beans to save my life, if you're cooking with dried beans, read the packaging. Like, seriously, read the packaging. I did not, and I was miserable because of it. I was so stressed that these beans were not working. Yeah, it was not a fun time. But after the third time, because I tried 3 times, that was a half cup, right? Okay, cool. I tried 3 times to make these damn beans. After the third time, I was able to get it, and they were delicious. It was so worth the wait. It just makes me so happy to like beans now. It's a new world. It's a freaking new world. Oh God, that sound is not fun. Oh, and my cats are fighting. Kind of fighting. Here, I'll show you. Say hi. And yeah. Anywho. My tuxedo. She's younger than my tabby. Got them at the same time. They are years apart. And the energy level shows. Just kind of impacts their relationship. Always makes me wonder what it's going to be like when my younger one, Athena.
It was at this moment that he knew he fucked up.
Ah! No! There's so much mayo. Well, at least I got all of it out of here. Pretty much. It doesn't. Oh God, now I have to clean up mayo. Ew, 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 ew. The crime scene. Yes, and there's some on my stomach. It's disgusting. I have to clean it up. I'll be back. We back. I cleaned up the mayo. It's done. This is done, I think. I don't need a half cup again, right? Yeah. 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 Okay, we got the green onion. Which was, the recipe calls for 2. Sometimes I do 3, depending on how the size of the green onion. Technically, the recipe calls for 2 scallions. But I think they're all the same. Someone can fact check me on that. But whenever I see scallions, I'm like green onion. Because I'm like, I don't know if I care enough. Chives too, I'm like, that's green onion. Pretty sure chives are actually something different. But like, still, just green onion. Sorry. Don't get mad at me. No one get mad at me. What am I doing? Soy sauce, rice vinegar, sriracha. Two soy sauce, 1.5 rice vinegar, up to 3 sriracha. And we like ours spicy, so we're at least gonna be 2. You know what I'm saying? Beep. And I do heaping tablespoons. Like, I let that shit overflow before I pour it in there. Don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but I like flavor. Rice vinegar. That's right, we don't need to dirty another thing. Just do a half of a tablespoon and use your eyeballs. Cause yeah, I'm lazy and I don't like cleaning up stuff. And these hands get washed enough. Beep. Oh! Oh. You know, sometimes dealing with sriracha is a dangerous task because like, when you squeeze it and then like it becomes like indented like that, you never know when it just kind of explode all over the place. Like, I've gotten sriracha in my eye before. It's not a fun time. But dang, is sriracha good though. I used to, oh God, I was a boring eater, y'all. Let's just say, thanks that I'm not like that anymore. Because I was missing out on such good food. Food is just so delicious. Beep. It's all the insides. It's tofu, shredded carrot. Slice up those green onions. Get in that mayo, and hopefully you don't drop the knife on the ground. Sriracha. Sesame oil, soy sauce, rice vinegar. Now, it's mixing time. Mixing time. One last call for mixing, and it's mixing and mixing and mix. Cue the vine.
That's what good sounds like.
Like my least favorite part, actually. When I first did this recipe and I mixed it, I was like, oh no, I'm not gonna like it. And then I tried it and I was like, okay, we cooking. Literally. Oh yeah. Wow, 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 yeah. Oh, you are gorgeous. Give it a little taste. Yeah, the spice is perfect. La 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 la. That's it. That's it. Now we're gonna pop it in the fridge and go climbing. Oh, we did it. Look how beautiful it is. Look how beautiful it is. I don't know if it's actually that beautiful, but it's delicious. So go try it. Freeze frame. I might make the sushi rice later, but assembly is hard and kind of involved, so I don't know if I'll be recording that. Bye. What's up? I'm back from climbing. You can kind of see. You can kind of tell. Maybe a little bit. There's some chalk on my shirt. I don't know. Doesn't really matter. We're doing the rice. So first off, to do sushi rice, you gotta get some short grain rice. I don't know why. Short maybe sticks together better as you're rolling it. But gotta get some short grain rice. I'm following, so Sarah's Vegan Kitchen's recipe gives links to just one cookbook's recipe. I do 2 rice cooker cups of this dude, and then we wash it out. I usually, disclaimer, I don't wash my rice usually. This one explicitly says to wash your rice, so I'm doing it. It's fine. Everyone's gonna be okay, but we're washing the rice. That's our first step. Right? Here we go. This is my rice cooker, dude. It's well loved. Cook a lot of rice. Rice rules, okay? Rice-a-roni, rice-a-rooey. There's into these little dudes. And my cat is going to try to eat the grains of rice. She was not successful. We're washing. I'm just doing this like I've seen other people do it. And they just kind of fill this and massage. Because like, otherwise, it's just kind of annoying, you know? Like, I tried using a strainer before. That is crazy annoying. So we're just kind of doing our best. Like, I usually don't even wash the rice. So we are doing our best. Beep boop beep boop. Washing our rice. And now we get some kombu, which is basically just like thicker seaweed. Thick seaweed. Kombu, dried seaweed. Beep boop. Take a little piece. And we don't want this big of a piece, as the recipe kind of shows you. So I'm just kind of breaking off. This is about the piece that I want. So I'm gonna stick that in the water with the rice. So it gives that kind of more of a fishy flavor. You could probably skip that part if you really don't like that. I do think it adds a nice flavor to the rice and gives you the real sushi vibe. But yeah, you can totally skip it. And now, we cooking. Rice is cooking. It's in there. Maybe here, probably not. But while we wait for that baby to get all nice and cooked, we are putting our stuff away because, like I said earlier, we don't like clutter in this kitchen. Sometimes it's necessary, sometimes it just happens, but like, now we gotta make the sushi vinegar. So you can technically get sushi vinegar at the store. When I read this recipe, it didn't really click for me that sushi vinegar was separate from rice vinegar, which it is. So, you can get the sushi vinegar from the store, but this is also super easy, so like, if it's possibly more expensive, just get rice vinegar. Rice vinegar you use in so many dishes. Like, I love rice vinegar, it's so good. So it might just be worth it to go that route instead. But, basically, for the sushi rice, this recipe says all you need is 2 tablespoons of sugar, 4 tablespoons of rice vinegar, and a teaspoon of kosher salt. So that's what we're gonna do. 2 tablespoons sugar, 4 tablespoons of rice vinegar. Let's see if this one has enough. I do have another one available to me. 3. No, it's not enough. It's so close.
That was legitness. Yeah, it was.
Skip it up and that up.
That's right. We got another one. Beautiful. Now we have to put this back in the cupboard. All new and fresh and exciting. And kosher salt. Teaspoon. So I've done this recipe twice before. I think the first time I used the full recommended stuff. The second time I might have used less sugar. It kind of depends on whatever vibe you're trying to go for the sushi. Both are delicious. This one, I just did the full sugar. This is done. Let's chop some toppings. It's mostly just gonna be cucumber. We put avocado in there too, but I'm not ready to eat quite yet. And the avocado will get bad by the time we cut it, so we're doing cucumber. Not gonna lie, we've had this cucumber for a week. It's starting to look a little flat on the end. Should I do the little... No, I can't do that. I can't. Yeah, so there's some that we might not be able to use. We're definitely gonna scrub it. Probably going to peel it. Just for preference. I kind of like how it's... I don't know, the skin's good for you, so it's just stuff for your personal preference. I think I'm gonna take it off for now. And now, we peel onto the area of our counter that we put into the compost after we're done cooking. Because the compost lives under the sink, and we don't want to bring it out and take up the counter space while we're cooking, so we just put it on this counter. Oh! Ta-da! Final results. Cucumber. Shredded? No. Still not it. I'll think about it at some point, maybe, hopefully. In the meantime, while we're prepping this cucumber, you guys are probably dying to know. Sarah, how did your climbing session go? I'll tell you, it was not great for me. I am a very solid V1 climber. Can hit most V1s in my gym. That's pretty much where it ends. Like, I can do some V2s, but a lot of V2 moves are really scary for me. And for anyone who's not familiar with climbing, V2s are like relatively beginner. And so it's like, yeah, I'm still very, very early on in climbing. But I still recommend everyone try it at least once. It's still super fun. It's scary. It's scary a little bit scary. But it's so worth it. Like, you feel strong and like you're doing things that make you scared. So it's like you gain some confidence with it. Anyway, today's session was not great. I went to the gym at a time when it was super busy. And I was a socially awkward person. And with like some minor social anxieties, it was just like a lot to deal with. I was just kind of sitting around, kind of waiting for my turn. New stuff was up too, which makes people kind of crowd around specific areas. So like I was doing other things that I've done before, which is not bad. But it just sometimes it makes a session less energizing. That's just kind of how it worked. I did do one. I did 1v1 where I was like super proud of myself for, because the time before I was like, I can't get this. But I got it. I got it in one try this time. Not technically flashing, which flashing a boulder is completing the route on your first try. Very, very rewarding. But like, there's also a lot of reward in like trying a route again and again and then getting it eventually, because it's like it shows progress. Shows how much stronger you've gotten over a certain amount of time. It's a good time. Go try climbing. Shout out to my friends, my partner who encouraged me to start doing it. Like I certainly would not have tried climbing without them, so thank you. Thank you a lot. Gets me strong. Are these thin enough for sushi? Do I care? I don't know. Cucumber jacks. Dude, they're just so good. There's something about cucumbers that are just very satisfying. There's that crunch. Gotta love that crunch. You guys hear the crunch, maybe? Dang, that's crazy. Mics are crazy. Yeah, I think these are fine. So the end result, they're kind of varied in size, mostly kind of thin. Hopefully will fit the sushi nori, the seaweed that is rollable. So I guess we're gonna go get that really quick and check. All right, y'all, this is the sushi nori that we have. Let's see, we're gonna be rolling all of this eventually. Oh yeah, these are perfect pieces. Okay, cool. So now that we have these things cut, we're just gonna set them aside until we're ready. Maybe I wanna put it in the fridge for now. We'll see. And meanwhile, while we're waiting for all this, we're gonna get out this. Actually, what do we want to use for this? I don't think I want to use another one of these necessarily. I can just use my rice spatula. No, I hate the sound of that. Okay, we're not doing that. We are not doing that. We're using our silicone spatula. I love these things though. These are basically the only things that I cook with. I don't know where my life would be without spatulas. I saw a little bug. We cannot have little bugs in our sushi. Vinegar. While whisking until the sugar is dissolved. You can also use the microwave apparently. It says until it's nearly simmering, but I don't know what this nearly simmering means, but all of the cigarettes just so I'm guessing we're in the clear, so I think we're gonna call it. Skadoosh. Alright. Now, the rice is done. Perfect timing. Okay. So we're scooching you to the side, little buddy. And now we're gonna grab our rice. The rice is done. Now, the recipe uses a wooden sushi oke, hangiri. I don't have one of those. Sarah's Vegan Kitchen's video just does it in a pan, so that's what I'm doing. Open this beauty up. The fun thing about cooking the rice with kombu is that now you have this really fun feast of seaweed. Like, look, Mom, I made seaweed. But it's really, really hot, so you can't just like toss it in things. So guess what? We putting it in our pile of stuff. Ooh. It smells interesting.
Nice.
Yeah, now we just gotta basically scoop. And I think I'm gonna need my special units for this. You don't want to break the rice grains is the big part that they say. No squishing. No squishes. Don't squish my squashes.
But don't go squashing my squashes, they're prize winners.
Shout out Hannah Montana movie. Trying to cool these babies down so we can pour the rice vinegar. I keep saying rice vinegar, man. See, this is why I never got the sushi vinegar. So we can pour the sushi vinegar on the rice and make it sticky and beautiful and delicious. So it's easier to assemble sushi rolls. Dude, I could just like, but we're not gonna do that. We're not gonna do that. I don't know if I should try to scrape the bottom like that. I probably don't really want the little crispies. I usually love getting the little Rice Krispies. Not the dessert. Desserts are fine. I don't even actually remember the last time I had a Rice Krispie. If you've had a Rice Krispie in the last 5 years, tell me, have they held up? Are they still good? I would love to know. While the rice is hot, pour the cooled sushi vinegar over it. I have no idea if this is cool enough. Oh, that's hot. Question is, do I care? I don't know. Maybe if we just set it here for like a hot second. Meanwhile, I'm gonna try to snack on this.
I want to be a cowboy, man.
Yeah, the kombu. There's something about it. Too hungry for this to not be getting in my belly immediately. But it's okay. We're gonna be okay. We're gonna be strong together. Okay, I am impatient. I honestly don't think that this being warm is going to be impacting this. So we're pouring it. We're doing it. We're going for it. Pouring the sushi vinegar on the rice to make sushi rice. So now the whole thing is like, we gotta mix it. Gosh, I'm so bad at doing two things at once though. You have to like do 45 degrees angles to incorporate it. It's supposed to be theoretically fanning to cool it down faster and help things, but I'm bad. So doing little very soft, dainty scoops every once in a while to kind of get more groups of the rice into this. And then fan every once in a while. Oh, it smells so good though, dog. It smells so good. It smells so good. It smells so good. If you walked across this rice and it wasn't sticky, it would be the most pleasant experience you've ever had. It's probably not true. But just abandon it. We're okay with doing things imperfectly around here. I took Nobody's Perfect, the Hannah Montana song, to heart.
Are you sure about that?
Maybe not when I was younger, but like as you grow older, like you understand. You really get that nobody's perfect. And perfection, it's too much, dog. It's too much. Life's too short for perfection. Life is too short for perfection. So just do the thing. Try it. Make it. Be it. Just we're gonna call it. And now is the time for rolling. But I have to go for a run and do other things before the sun sets. So we've made the sushi rice and we will possibly come back later. Otherwise my partner will have made this. Either way, y'all are gonna get pictures, so don't you worry. They're delicious. I'm terrible at rolling though, so just keep that in mind. And see you later. Bye. My partner assembled these sushi rolls. That's his hand right there. And then the aftermath. You see all of our innards are gone. The sushi roller, our used up sushi rice. And then zoom in on all of that goodness. It is absolutely so delicious. I really hope you guys go try this recipe, and thanks for following along.